How is it going today? I'm here with my WWE NXT TakeOver Philadelphia review. Of course, NXT TakeOver Philadelphia took place live on the WWE Network tonight. And overall, I gotta say, another great TakeOver special here from NXT. Honestly, it doesn't hold up to most TakeOvers. I would say this is probably one of the weaker TakeOvers out of all of them in the past 4 years. But this is still a great show from NXT, in my opinion. The first couple matches were kind of alright, nothing really too much to see. But the last two matches, especially the main event, definitely are worth going out of your way to see, because those two matches definitely save the show, in my opinion, from being, not a good show, pretty much. The main event was just absolutely spectacular, and the Extreme Rules match between Aleister Black and Adam Cole was such an awesome brawl from those two. So the last two matches made this show what it was, in my opinion. So if there's anything worth watching, definitely were those two matches. But yeah, from my opinion, like I said, I still think this is a really good TakeOver. Great TakeOver, I'd still say. I still think it's a great TakeOver. It just doesn't hold up to most TakeOvers, if you ask me. So definitely was a great show. Of course, the first match we had to start the show was the NXT Tag Team Championship Match. The Undisputed Era's Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish versus the Authors of Pain. This was a pretty good opening match here, and this match is getting a lot of mixed reactions. I'm seeing a lot of people, saying how they didn't like it. A lot of people were saying it's actually great. I thought it was a, pretty good opener. Immediately from the get-go, the Authors of Pain attack Fish and O'Reilly, and pretty much, have them running out of the ring and pretty much, cleaning house. And then, of course, the match starts. Bobby Fish quickly tags out to Kyle O'Reilly. The one thing I really liked about this match was the fact that Kyle O'Reilly kind of charged AOP, which is something different. You usually see the heels running from the bigger, faces, but in this match, Kyle O'Reilly, the smaller man, even as a heel, pretty much charged Authors of Pain and pretty much challenged them. So the little thing like that, I thought was great that he did. Authors of Pain were very dominant up until they did a spot where Akam injured his left leg. From there on, pretty much Fish and O'Reilly would pretty much target the leg of Akam. Akam would quickly tag out to Rezar. Then, of course, Fish and O'Reilly were actually very dominant on Rezar, pretty much cutting him down and pretty much not letting him tag Akam at any point. But eventually, Akam got the hot tag. Was running rush out on pretty much everyone, and then of course Fish and O'Reilly would cut him down to size, and then of course they'd work on his left leg. They would lock in like leg locks and whatnot. And I thought a cool spot was when Bobby Fish tried to give him a overhead suplex, and he couldn't lift him up, but Kyle O'Reilly, knowing he's injured, kicked his left leg, so was able to suplex him. I thought that was a nice spot right there. It definitely was giving more to that story about the left leg being injured. And of course, AOP would get the upper hand. AOP would actually look like they're going to lock it and win. They end up both hitting the Super Collider. But when Rezar hit him down, Akam actually was selling the leg. So when they hit the Super Collider, Akam actually kind of like leaned against the ropes, selling the leg injury. And Kyle O'Reilly was able to use that to advantage. Ended up giving her Karana. Akam, ran right into Rezar, knocked him out of the ring. Kyle O'Reilly comes out of nowhere from behind with a rope for the 1-2-3 finish. So Fish and O'Reilly retain the tag team titles. The finish was, great for this instant, because he definitely played into the leg. Like I said, pretty much the whole story of this match was Akam's left leg, and I thought it played out very well, especially in the finish where, it's a Super Collider, but he couldn't, power bomb O'Reilly because his leg, and O'Reilly used that to his advantage to get the win. I thought that told us a great story. So good opening match. I didn't think it was anything that great, but definitely was good. And I thought the finish protected Authors of Pain and definitely benefited from the story. So good solid opener right there. Then they show War Machine in the crowd. Of course, the newest signings in NXT in the Tag Team Division, Hanson and Raymond Rowe. Very, very excited to see them at what they do with the NXT Tag Team Division. So it was cool to see them in the crowd. From there, we go to the next match, which was Kassius Ohno versus the Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream is over, brothers. That's all I'm going to say. This match itself was good. It could have been a lot better, but just, I don't know, these two just were not meshing for some reason. Right from the get-go, Velveteen Dream was just kind of like boxing with Ohno, because he said he was going to knock Ohno out in 30 seconds, and he technically kind of did. At like 23, 24 seconds, he knocked Ohno out, and Ohno was just completely out. So the little things that Velveteen Dream were doing was just spectacular, but, they didn't mesh all that well. Velveteen Dream was pretty much working, very, very dominant throughout the majority of the match. Ohno would have his comebacks, hitting some cyclone kicks or a ripcord elbow, whatever it may be. Ohno had some, quick little fire comebacks, but Velveteen Dream was able to counter it, with the huge spine buster, or he hit his DDT, which actually looked very, very painful the way Ohno landed. And, towards the end of the match, it was just kind of like botchy. They were kind of fucking things up, to be perfectly honest. So it wasn't the cleanest ending to the match, but, nothing really too spectacular happened before it anyway. So, Ohno was able to kip up and do, he pretty much was, I forgot what Ohno was doing, like some kind of splash, but Velveteen Dream kind of caught him on a DVD, but the landing was just absolutely terrible, so they pretty much redid it. Velveteen Dream hits another DVD on Ohno, followed by the Purple Rainmaker elbow drop off the top to secure the victory on Kassius Ohno. So Velveteen Dream defeats Kassius Ohno. Like I said, good match. Rough ending. It could have been more, but it secured what we need to do, and that was put Velveteen Dream over. So that was that. From there, we go to the NXT Women's Championship match: Ember versus Shayna Baszler. I did not like this match at all. I understand the story they were going for it, but I did not like it at all. I thought it was just a waste of time, and it was boring, and I didn't like it. From the get-go, Ember Moon pretty much is going after Shayna Baszler, setting her to the outside, hitting a suicide dive and whatnot, and then Shayna Baszler would, injure Ember Moon's arm when she, pretty much doing the stomp that she did to Dakota Kai on NXT when she debuted, and pretty much doing that to Ember and pretty much working on her arm. Ember Moon's overselling like a mofo, and she starts having her fiery comeback, hitting the clothesline, even hitting the Eclipse on Shayna Baszler, but she's not able to lock in a pinfall because she's selling the arm for God knows how long at this point, which I don't mind selling. Selling's great, but when you're overselling it, it's kind of killing it. And then, of course, it gets to the point where doctors had to come out and check on her arm, and Shayna Baszler's just laying dead in the ring, not even moving. So Ember Moon could have easily just, womaned up and just pinned her real quick. But no, she has to sell in the corner for 15 minutes. Then she stops selling. She tries to go to Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler pretty much works in the arm, trying to lock in the arm breaker, any kind of arm submission on Ember Moon. Ember Moon's just selling her ass off, and then eventually rolls her up into a pinning predicament for the pinfall victory. So Ember Moon defeats Shayna Baszler in a match I didn't like I said, at all. I didn't like, I understand the story they're going for, but it did not fit Ember Moon at all. Her character, which I don't even know what her character is, it wasn't, there's no sympathy to her, there's no nothing, and it just did not work in the situation. Like I said, I appreciate the direction they're going for this match, the story they're going with, but it just did not fit this in my opinion. So yeah, Ember Moon retains, and one thing that kind of irritated me is the fact that she couldn't pin her earlier when she was selling for 50 minutes, but yet she had no problem pinning her in that predicament right there, and she was in such pain in the submission for God knows how long. It made no sense how she was able to pin her, even though she was in all this, pain and agony for all this time. I don't know. It just didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And of course, after the match, Shayna Baszler ended up attacking Ember Moon and choking her out. So that was that. Wasn't a fan of it, like I said. So yeah, what can you do? Before we get to the next match, in the crowd, they showed none other than Ricochet, who making his NXT TV debut, I guess you can say, in the crowd. Ricochet is a person I've been a huge fan of for years, so I'm very, very excited to see what he does in NXT, and I'm very excited that, he's finally in WWE. So very, very happy to see Ricochet in WWE. And from there on, we go to the Extreme Rules match, Aleister Black versus Adam Cole. This match was awesome. This was a great brawl, and this match exemplified what Extreme Rules should be. It wasn't like a regular WWE Extreme Rules match where they use a chair and maybe something else. No, they used chairs, kendo sticks, ladders, garbage cans, you name it, they used it. I thought that was great. Right from the get-go, they're doing a filling out process, and of course, they got some chairs and kendo sticks involved, and Aleister Black actually challenged Adam Cole with the kendo stick, and Adam Cole swung. Aleister Black ducked, went for a springboard. Adam Cole just nails him to go with the kendo stick, which was a great spot right there. They had some crazy spots, for instance, Aleister Black and Adam Cole both set up two tables on the outside. Aleister Black tried to introduce a ladder. Cole did a baseball slide and pretty much took Aleister Black out. They used the chairs on each other. Adam Cole hitting him in the gut and whatnot. Aleister Black pretty much gave Adam Cole, I don't even know what it's called. It's like, he has him like a chair, but instead of going straight back, he kind of just throws him forward, so he lands back first. Back and ass first, I guess, on the ground instead. He did that right into the corner where the ladder was set up. So Cole took a nasty bump right there. Aleister Black was on the top rope climbing the ropes. Cole threw a chair at him, but Aleister Black caught the chair. But Adam Cole, being smart, the smart man that he is, ended up delivering a super kick as he's holding the chair. So the chair went straight in his face, and Aleister Black fell right through the two tables on the outside. That was another great spot right there. Really enjoyed that one. Adam Cole's hand was bleeding like crazy. I don't know if his hand got cut or if he got cut somewhere else, but his hand was covered in blood. Aleister Black was bleeding because, Cole held the kendo stick to his mouth, instead of choking him, he put it to his mouth instead, so he was kind of bleeding in his mouth a little bit. Just an all-out brawl between both these men, and it was a war, and this is exactly what Extreme Rules should be, and it was great. I loved every second of it. Aleister Black was securing the victory in Adam Cole. He was able to, pretty much give Adam Cole an AA onto 2 chairs. You know, Adam Cole was facing 2 chairs, then he turned them against each other, so the 2 backsides were hitting each other, and pretty much, you know, Aleister Black gave him an AA under those chairs, and pretty much going to secure the victory. But then, of course, Undisputed Era came out, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, preventing the victory for Aleister Black. Then, of course, Sanity came out. They ended up brawling with Fish and O'Reilly. Then Killian Dane ended up taking everyone out with a suicide dive on the outside, taking everyone out. Cole's trying to take advantages, you know, by taking out Aleister Black. Aleister Black pushes him on the announce table, ends up doing a double jumping, looks like he was going for a foot stomp, but ended up turning into pretty much like a knee stomp, and ended up putting both his knees through Cole's chest, through the announce table, which I thought was a great spot right there. Got back in the ring. Cole tried to use a chair to beat Aleister Black, but Aleister Black was able to counter it with the Black Mass kick out of nowhere on Adam Cole to secure the victory. 1, 2, 3. Aleister Black defeats Adam Cole. Like I said, awesome match right here. It was just a straight up brawl. Both men just went out there and tried to absolutely annihilate each other. The selling of Cole and just the amount of bumps that were taken, that was just absolutely crazy. This was just an awesome match right here, and I really enjoyed it. And, you know, Aleister Black winning, I don't mind it. It looks like he's going for the NXT title match, for the NXT title next. So, yeah, that was just a great brawl from both men, and I really enjoyed that one. And then, of course, before we get to our main event, we had the one last surprise in the crowd, of course, was none other than EC3 was in the crowd, of course, him making his return to WWE. And, I mean, technically he was returning to NXT because he was part of the original NXT series, but making pretty much his NXT debut was EC3 in the crowd. Very, very happy he's keeping his EC3 name because, you know, Derek Bateman just does. That does not sound like a main event name at all. So the fact that he's keeping his EC3 name, I like it. I know some people kind of don't. There's actually some people complaining that, you know, it's a character based off of TNA. Why they bring the name here? It sounds more legit than Derek Bateman. Come on. So EC3 in NXT. I'm kind of surprised. Honestly, I thought he might have been the Rumble. I think him on SmackDown Live would have been a good fit. But I don't mind him starting from NXT. So just very, very excited to see EC3 back in the WWE. And then, of course, we go to our main event, which was the NXT Championship Match, Andrade Cien Almas versus Johnny Gargano. Great entrance from Andrade Cien Almas and Johnny Gargano, might I say. And this match, I'm just speechless how amazing this match was. This had everything you want in a wrestling match. Great wrestling, great drama, emotion, every aspect that you want in a match, this had. It got to the point where I was about to cry, and I was so invested in this match and Johnny Gargano that it was unreal. The crowd was so into it. When the finish happened, the crowd was dead silent because they were so heartbroken and, you know, in defeat about what they wanted to see something happen, but didn't happen. There's so many elements to this match, and I cannot praise these two enough. And they just put on a tremendous main event. Like I said in the beginning of the video, one of, if not the best match in NXT history. This was phenomenal. From the get-go, phenomenal. You know, right from the start, these two had tremendous grappling, some great chain wrestling going back and forth where, you know, Andrade Cien Almas was trying to lock in the Hammerlock DDT, but Gargano was trying to lock in the Gargano escape. There's some great chain wrestling. The amount, just everything came out so smooth and so crisp, whether it was the counters or the transitions. Everything was great, you know, from Andrade Cien Almas going for a moonsault and Gargano trying to roll out of the way, but almost landing on his feet and hitting a standing moonsault on the Gargano instead. That was great. They had some really good transitions where in the corner where, you know, go for the Enziguri, but almost would duck it and, you know, pretty much hit a reverse DDT off the ropes. Just so much in this match, and, you know, I can't even sit here and listen to you all those spots because they're so fast and so smooth. You know, it was crazy, and this definitely is a match that everyone needs to see. Go out of your way to see this match if you haven't already, because this match was just so good. So good. I can't put this match over enough. Like I said, it had the emotion, the drama, the near falls were so insane. This match, honestly, it was to the point where either man could have won this match. And I know sometimes matches, it's kind of fairly obvious who's going to win, but this match, you legitimately believe that you didn't know who was going to win. This match could win either way. So many great near falls, so many great bumps as well. Johnny Gargano pretty much took a back bump on the outside, which was pretty vicious. Gave a slingshot DDT on the apron on Andrade Cien Almas. Almas pretty much snapped where he hit, was pretty much just throwing Gargano against the apron at one point because he's just so frustrated that he couldn't put Gargano away. Just the emotion, the crowd, the investment, and, Zelina Vega's getting involved so many times to the point where Candice hops the rail to chase her off to the back. Just so much goes on in this match, and it was just absolutely tremendous. And the ending was even great where, Almas was able to just push Gargano into the post and then just hit double knees in the corner, lift him up onto the top rope, hit the Hammerlock DDT off the top rope, with his feet dangling on the top rope and, you know, pretty much nail him like that, like Randy Orton style, but on the top rope at the second rope. And get the pinfall 1, 2, 3 to retain the NXT Championship. So Andrade Cien Almas defeats Gargano in a fucking amazing match. Honestly, I didn't think they could top their Brooklyn 3 match, but they absolutely did here. This was a phenomenal match. The emotion, the selling, man, so many elements in this match made it amazing. Just Gargano's face, the expressions, the referee thinking he's concussed to the point where he's going to call a match up for Gargano's telling him no. This is an amazing match, and you definitely need to go out of your way to see it. Absolutely tremendous. Words cannot describe how great this match was. Definitely match of the year already. Already a match of the year contender. Tremendous stuff right here. And of course, afterwards, they're playing off the jarring Gargano farewell. No, not farewell, but like, you know, like the thank you Johnny, or just, you know, the clap. You know, you know the clap. And, you know, it's pretty much, you know, him and Kassius are walking up, and they show the graphic at the corner of the screen where the show is ending, but out of nowhere, you hear the crowd going, oh! And then you just hear a snap in the back, and it's Tommaso Ciampa. He nails jarring Gargano with the crutch to his back, and pretty much the show ends with, you know, Ciampa staring down Gargano, and the show goes off the air. So Ciampa's back. I don't know if he's cleared yet. You know, his knee was in a brace, and he, you know, had the crutch obviously. So I don't know if he's cleared yet. Which, you know, if he wasn't, it wouldn't make any sense to do that, because obviously I think this is the way to set up their match for NXT TakeOver New Orleans, which I'm hoping they do. But you know, that was just, it was great to see Ciampa. Honestly, I thought Ciampa would have cost Gargano. So I was very, very surprised to see that, you know, Gargano lost clean. Then Ciampa came out. I definitely thought Ciampa would have cost him, or if Gargano would have won, Ciampa would have attacked him afterwards. But yeah, Ciampa Gargano continues. I'm very, very excited to see the match happens when it happens. Hopefully there's a stipulation to it, like a no DQ stipulation. I don't know, just some kind of stipulation, because I feel like, you know, those two just can have an all-out war to what, you know, similar to what Aleister Black and Adam Cole had earlier on. So yeah, terrific main event. Awesome Extreme Rules match, whatever kind of undercard, but overall great show here from NXT. Like I said, NXT TakeOver Philadelphia I thought was a great takeover. One of the weaker takeovers, honestly, but definitely, you know, that's not saying much, because, you know, there hasn't been a bad takeover. There might have been like a good takeover. I think that's NXT TakeOver Fatal 4-Way, which I didn't really think that was that good of a show, but it was still good. But, you know, just because it's one of the weaker shows doesn't mean it's a bad show. It just, you know, doesn't rank as high as most takeover shows, like War Games or Chicago last year were just tremendous shows. So, yeah, that'll do it for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please like below. If you guys like in the comment section below, leave your guys' thoughts on NXT TakeOver Philadelphia you guys would like. And of course, tell my Royal Rumble review tomorrow night. I'll see you guys, and thank you guys for watching the video.